Hi, guy. Good morning to you. This morning, I'm gonna talk about Council of Nicaea. So, what's happened in the Council of Nicaea? So, first, what is Council of Nicaea? So, it was a story about Emperor Constantine that he wants one set of belief to be adopted by his government emperor. He was the emperor of ruling east of Roman emperor. So he want one belief because he noticed that Christianity have a lot of branches, lot of people writing the Gospels. So what he asked is to gather all the bishops and the clever people of Christian together to a place. So, and they say there were 310, something like that, bishops were present in the Council of Nicaea. So they're gonna have a debate to choose one system of belief that to be adopted by the government. So first he asked to collect all the Gospels that were written about the religion. So they collected many Gospels, but that collection must exclude the Gospel written by disciples of Jesus. So that means the Gospel of Jesus to be excluded from the choice of canonical Bible. So that is actually a surprise, meaning that the Emperor Constantine not interested in the teaching of Jesus by excluding the gospel written by the disciple of Jesus means already that he is not interested. The gospel written by other people outside the disciple of Jesus is okay, but when it comes to the gospel written by the disciple of Jesus, exclude to be excluded. So what it means, they are not interested in the religion or the belief of Jesus and his close followers. So for this reason, I can say that this Council of Nicaea is the first council of Antichrist. Maybe you agree with me or you don't agree with me, but I call it the Council of Antichrist, because they already in the first place rejected the belief or the religion of Jesus, and by excluding the gospel written by the disciple of Jesus, it shows that they are not interested. So this council can be rightly called the council of Antichrist. When people say they love Jesus but not following the teaching of Jesus, it's not love of Jesus. Jesus will not love anyone not following his teaching. And he loved Jesus loved his 12 disciples and his followers that believe in him, meaning that those who believe in him have to pray daily prayer 3 times, noon, dawn, and early morning prayer. So that is the indication of those who follow him have to perform that routine prayer. And of course, the other thing like fasting, so anyone can do it, but this prayer is the fundamental. So why Jesus' religion was not followed by Constantine? So I believe because of the strictness of the religion of Jesus. It's strict, because you have to pray 3 times a day. That is the most difficult. Praying a routine prayer 3 times a day is the most difficult thing, and that is where the value is high, where the mark you get or the points you get is high to get salvation. But look, the Emperor of Constantine like to believe the salvation of out of the death of someone on the cross, and he got salvation. So he loved Jesus for that, for giving salvation out of himself, sacrificed himself on the cross. Then there you are. If you believe, then you get the salvation, where in the day of judgment you'll be lined up to the gate of paradise. So how many believe that Jesus died on the cross, and Jesus, being the Son of God, sacrificed on the cross, and then for that sacrifice, the sin of the people who believe that get the salvation. How many billions? So currently, how many billions of Christians think 1.3 billion Catholic and 800 million or 900 million Protestant, so 2 billion line up on the front gate of paradise of the people today. But how many years already of this belief? So maybe trillion of people line up at the gate of paradise, believing that they will get salvation. So basically sin free. So in the day of judgment, the sin free people will line up at the gate of paradise and then enter paradise. It's what the Christian people believe. But without doing work for God, without praying 3 times a day for God, without believing God, the prophet Jesus, without obeying and practicing idolatry, associating someone with God. So that's it. And Jesus actually said the great sin is idolatry. So what is the chances that a Christian line up in billion at the gate of paradise? What is the chances when they ignore the teaching of Jesus, when they don't read the gospel of Jesus, when they ban the gospel of Jesus, when they say Jesus the Son of God? And there was one person named Arius debated on saying that Jesus cannot be Son of God because God was there and Jesus was not there. When God was there, Jesus was not there, meaning that Jesus was created, was not there. So God can only be the one that was there. One God was there. We call that essential existence. So for this world to exist, there must be an essential existence, because without essential existence, creation, all we see around us, the creation could not be there. So the essential existence is God, and Jesus was not there. So Jesus was created, so he cannot be Son of God. So this Arius argument was logical. He got a lot of support by the people, of course, but not by the bishops, the 300 bishops that were called in the council, nobody supported him because they were scared. They were scared of this Emperor Constantine, so they just have no say because Emperor Constantine is powerful. So he already decided to exclude the gospel written by the disciple of Jesus, so let alone the idea of Arius, because the idea of Arius is in the gospel written by the disciple of Jesus. So what happened, guy? This Arius was put in exile and then disappeared. So the word disappeared means it's no longer in this world. It disappeared. So that's the way anyone opposing the idea that the emperor didn't like will get disappeared. So that's why I'm wearing this mask, so that no one knows me. It has possibility I also be disappearing. People knows me. So my friends say, oh, be careful, be careful. So I'm being careful, putting my head and cover my face. But if I was disappeared, I'm not scared, because I'm already old, and if I disappeared, it doesn't matter anymore because I'm already old. Okay, maybe it doesn't happen because the world has changed. The world now is that open, free speech, but at that time, Council of Nicaea, at that time, no free speech, but now is free speech, free belief, even in the majority of a Muslim, a country with majority Muslim. The Christian build a statue of Jesus as tall as the Statue of Liberty. I've seen the photo of that statue of Jesus. So freedom of belief, even in majority of Muslim country, you can believe what you like to believe. It's no problem. I don't see it any problem, because if there had been problem, that statue of Jesus would not have been built. So from that we see this freedom of speech to talk whatever you like to talk. okay, I know on the high park you can talk, but you don't talk about all your family in the high park. Once you talk all your family, police will come. If you talk about Jesus, no problem. This is your belief of Jesus in Christianity, no problem. So I don't believe that someone would get me and then make me disappear for talking this. But I just feel comfortable to wear the mask because I'm worried my friend will see me. Hey, you're the one that talk. And then I don't want that. I want to feel free. I walk in the market. Nobody's recognize me, and that's it. It's not being worried of someone make me disappear. Okay, guy, what was I talking? Yes, the important thing I said is the Council of Nicaea is the Council of Antichrist. Maybe you don't agree, it doesn't matter. So, and also, is the council not looking for the truth? It's just, they just want to believe something other than what Jesus believed. And that's the reason why the gospel written by disciples of Jesus was excluded. And from there, then they select the canonical Bible, what you have in your house. Sometimes I see as well in the hotel, canonical Bible. Surprised me to see every hotel, a big hotel, have this canonical Bible. So if I stay in the hotel, of course I like to read the Bible. I like to read the Bible. I don't have Bible in my house. I like to read the Bible and see what other people believe. I already have the Gospel of Barnabas. That's one I've been reading and still continue reading. And that's what I believe is the true Gospel of Jesus. Okay, guys. So the Christianity is based on that canonical Bible selected and exclude deliberately the gospel written by the disciple of Jesus. And okay, guys, I think I have enough what I want to talk this morning. Thank you very much for being with me.